My name is Patricia Moses. That's familiar to you?
Yeah, that's familiar to me. Does he still want to do it?
I think he's still planning on doing it.
Okay. It's not going to affect her because this is not about her. This is about the chairman. So it will not have an effect on her.
Are you just going to leave this here? Do you need someone to move it or steer it?
Do you want to do that?
Maybe you need somebody.
Yeah, it's always nice to have somebody like zoom in and zoom out, just to,
I'm
get
not an expert, though.
But all you have to do is move it this way, because this thing is kind of loose. So you can just move it this way and move it that way, and then you can go in and out like that. And that's about all that I know. And it's recording, so I'm not going to turn it on. We're just going to keep recording it. I just wanted to see. Okay? So if you want to do that, that would be great.
As long as they won't bug me about anything.
No. This is my established place. They will not fuck with me. They don't want me to yell, so they will leave me alone. So no worries, as long as you're not rocking. No, they won't bother me.
You just go over to it and I'll come back in.
Okay.
So.
No. When the speaker comes, I like for it to go to the speaker. And I'm here close so that hopefully, you can hear what the speaker's saying. But obviously, if there's reactions in the crowd, there's going to be a moment in time when I'm going to ask people to raise their hand. So if that time you can scan, that would be great so then I can see. That's it. I'm just letting it run because I have 8 hours, so I'm okay. Thank you, Michael. How's everything going? I'm not an expert in this at all, but
you're the expert at filming city community board meetings.
Well, I just do it. I do it because otherwise they would lie up and down and around, and just so that we don't have to fight those lies, the videotapes are there, so we could fight other things. Oh no, I said yes. No. There was a whole big scandal about one particular committee where the guy walked away claiming that there was a vote. Nobody remembers the vote. He's assured us that the vote happened. The people who were supposed to vote don't remember the vote. It was a scandalous thing that went on for months. But if a camera had been present, there's no question about whether there was a vote or not a vote. And so I keep the camera rolling to ensure let's get close to that. really gets pretty close. I didn't realize how close this can get. They paid all them people to come. Clapping. Hey, how you doing?
I brought the army out tonight,
I
right?
know. And they're not even getting paid.
We ain't getting paid.
I know, they are.
Oh,
The yes people are getting paid.
oh yeah.
But that's only because. But we need to be following the lawsuit. Stop all this showing up, arguing and yelling. Now we need to take this to the courts. Nobody should be giving away a third of a building for $1. Third of a block for $1. Hey, Ann. Were you looking for me?
All righty, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Everyone standing, please, if you can, find a seat, have a seat. Board members, have a seat. We have an agenda tonight we need to follow, so I want to get started. So, my name is Musa Moore. I'm the chairman of this board, and I'm calling this meeting to order. The first thing we're going to do is announce the rules of order, the rules of conduct for the meeting. Scott, would you please read them?
Okay. 1. All community board members shall, all community board meetings shall be conducted pursuant to the New York State Public Officers Law, the New York State City Charter, the Open Meetings Law, and any other applicable laws. The community board's bylaws shall govern meetings where they do not conflict with applicable laws. Robert's Rules of Order shall govern meetings where they do not conflict with applicable laws and the bylaw. 2. All community board members shall be provided a reasonable opportunity to address the community board on any matter of the board or any matter that pertains to the board's mission. 3. During general board meetings, members of the public may be allowed to speak during the portion of the meeting designated as public comment session, subject to any modifications and guidelines established by the chair of the community board or his or her designee. Each public speaker shall sign in and give a brief description of what he/she will comment on prior to speaking. Public speakers will be allotted a time limit of 3 minutes each, commencing from the beginning of the speaker's remarks. Time cannot be shared or allotted to other speakers. If the chair or his or her designee determines that there is not sufficient time at the meeting, the public comment session period may be deferred to either the end of the general board meeting or the beginning of the next general board meeting. Public comment period shall be 30 minutes duration. 4. During general board meetings and committee meetings, collectively board meetings, and outside of public comment session portions of the meeting, members of the public may ask questions and comment upon agenda items only when recognized by the chair, committee chair, or their designee. 5. All board members and members of the public shall conduct themselves in a courteous, professional, and orderly manner. Obscene, threatening, or harassing language, slander, threats of violence, personal attacks of any kind, or offensive comments that target or disparage any ethnic, racial, age, or religious group, gender, sexual orientation, or disability status are prohibited at all board meetings. 6. No members of the public shall display signs or placards in a disruptive manner, disruptively applaud participants in debate, or engage in disorderly conversation or other disorderly behavior which may disrupt the proceedings of the meeting. 7. Audio and video recordings of board meetings are permitted unless they interfere with the meetings in accordance with the Open Meetings Law. The recording must be conducted from a fixed location and in a manner which does not interfere with the meeting. The chair or his or her designee shall have the discretion to prohibit video or audio recording that interferes with the meeting. Recording is not permitted during the executive session. 8. Any board member or member of the public who uses obscene, threatening, or harassing language, slander, threats of violence, personal attacks of any kind, or offensive comments that target or disparage any ethnic, racial, age, or religious group, gender, sexual orientation, or disability status, or who otherwise becomes disorderly while at a board meeting, shall be removed from the board meeting at the discretion of the chair or his or her designee. 9. No board member or member of the public shall be permitted to speak on a cellular telephone during a community board meeting while the meeting is in progress, other than for emergency reasons. All cellular telephones are required to be turned off or on vibrator. Last but not least, 10. During the general board meetings, the enforcement of this code of conduct shall be conducted under the discretion of the chair or his or her designee. During committee meetings, the enforcement of this code of conduct shall be conducted by the committee chair or his or her designee. The New York City Police Department and Building Security may assist with the ejection of any individual from the board meeting or committee meeting for violating this code of conduct.
Thank you, Scott. I know it's warm in here. Can everybody hear me? Somebody said no? I heard you. So we're gonna have this fan on so you can get some air. If the no was majority, then the fan will go off. All right. So we're going to move on with our agenda. I know a lot of people are here regarding a particular topic, and that'll come later in the agenda. But we're going to follow this agenda right now. So the first thing I want to do is introduce the new board members. When I call out your name, stand up, wave your hand, smile. Just let us know you're here. And welcome you all to the board. First, Ms. Tangela Amboise. Welcome. Greg Darby. Henry Greenwich. I know I saw you, Henry. Come down a little bit. Come closer. Okay. Henry, you're a board member now. Come down. No more hiding. Come on down, bro. That was a good try. Dr. William Boone is not here yet, but he's on his way. Mr. Holder, Oloskin Holder. Mr. Holder, you here? Mr. Holder. Now this is your first meeting, right? All right now. Might be translation. Miss Vivian Morgan. Aisha Smith. All right now. Now I know I saw her. Miss Joyce Stewart. I see you. Welcome. Long time after this. And Miss Rashida Sadiq. There she is. So, new board members, welcome to the board, welcome to the fun, welcome to the excitement. We got a lot of work to do, so welcome. Next, we're going to move to the application for New York State Liquor Authority license. I'm going to ask our chair of the Public Safety Committee to come on up. You know I was going to call you, Ms. Baker. Ms. Pat Baker, come on and let's introduce these applicants for these liquor license. Ms. Pat Baker, Chair, Public Safety.
Good evening, everyone. We have a full house tonight. We have 3 applicants for New York State liquor license. The first application was submitted by Mr. Michael Caucus. He's the owner of Street Sweepers Cafe at 594 Rogers Avenue. Are you here, sir? Please come to the front. Mr. Caucus has been in business at 594 Rogers Avenue for a year now, but they have a fire. So now they're starting back up again, and so he had to reapply for his liquor license. So he's going to tell you something about his business.
Yeah, so to kind of sum it up, we applied for the liquor license and came to this meeting last year. And we got the approval, but after the fire, we had to get all of the certificates, we had to Department of Buildings come in, get the instructions, so just kind of back to see if you guys still like us. And so, you know, let us go through the SLA. I don't know if there's any specific questions that I can answer about the place or about the location. Yeah. 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 The building was built in like 1935, so there's something wrong with the conduit inside the wall between the hallway and the kitchen. It happened like 2:30 at night, so you know, thank God nobody was hurt, nobody was injured or anything like that. Just a lot of damage, mostly from the fire department chasing the fire into the wall, having to rip everything out. But yeah, it was a freak accident.
Any more questions?
Yeah, one more.
Yes.
Have there been any complaints or anything about the business, or everything's fine?
So between the fire and now we're going to be reopening again next month, we had some neighbors, the building right next to us, contact Mr. Baker about the backyard we have, about an echo kind of carrying when people talk in the backyard. But we met one night and we came to a really easy, peaceful agreement about not using the backyard at night and not using it without giving them notice first, the neighbors. And the backyard's actually not on the application for the beer and wine. So we're going to nip that in the bud right there. Make sure the neighbors can get some sleep. We close at 11 too, so we're not a tavern right now.
Yes, I must say that Mr. Caucus was very cooperative with the community in regards to noise complaints from the tenants that was living in the building next door. The Public Safety Committee meeting had a meeting with them, all the stakeholders. They came to an agreement, and he would no longer be using the backyard. So they agreed to that, and plus he met with all the tenants in the building, and they sent me an email saying that they are okay with his business now, and that everything is working out fine. So thank you. Our next applicant, Ms. Viola Chihola. She's the owner of Honey Badger in Lefferts Garden at 69 Fenimore Street. She's applying for a new liquor, wine, and beer license, cider license.
Hi, my name is Paula. I'm the owner of Honey Badger. We're farm to table. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, so we're farm to table. We've been open for about 6 months. We work with local farmers and we have poultry forager as well. So far, all our neighbors like us and what we do, we take pride in putting together all our dishes in a unique way with an Alban cuisine. Me and my husband, we both worked for over 15 in restaurant business. We ran one of the best restaurants and open and doing financial business. My husband has been running like cocktail program for very famous places like Soho House. We opened MoMA. We opened many restaurants in the city. So, okay. Should I repeat it again from the beginning? Okay. We're farm to table. We work with 5 different farms. We picked this farm, 5 farmers ourselves. We pickle, we brine, we smoke, we do everything ourselves. We bake with Asian grains. We do make pasta by hand, daily basis. Me and my husband, we work in this industry for a very long time. We live just 2 blocks from the restaurant. I do live 11 years, Jenny lives for 16. We are very familiar with community. We're trying to bring something new to our local people and to our future children. We are doing some classes as well for children, and the liquor license will help us a lot because we work in this industry, and Jamaica has been doing like dinners and like everything from scratch, just like we work with food, we do with drinks as well. So if anybody has any question, like I'm here to well, mostly are upstate. We have one in Connecticut, one in New Jersey. And the forager, his name is Yvonne the Forager. He's very well known for dealing with like one of the best top restaurants in the city. There is, we got this. We have, we're very lucky to have a commissioning editor from Faidon, which recently they sent Michelin inspectors. So we're in radar for that. And yeah, she got introduced us to the forager and to a couple of farmers as well, that they're known for biodynamic, which is above organics. We just opened last week as well, Provision Market, which is, we're still like catching up with a couple construction. Hopefully by next week we're gonna have fresh breads. Everything is from farm, eggs, like any produce, just like co-op. We have a greenhouse on the second floor. Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Suki, excuse me. Suki, excuse me, they can't hear you. So you need to come to the mic and ask the question. Thank you.
Do you plan to keep your door closed when you play music? Because in the few months that you've been on our blog, you've been on the habit of playing music almost every day with your door open and the speakers placed in the doorway. And this seems to me like a way of announcing that you've decided to be the DJ for the blog. Not everybody necessarily wants to hear that. Some people may like your music, some people may not. And I know that there are 2 other businesses in the blog store and a wine store, and they both keep their door closed when they play music.
Okay, well, I personally know Suki as it's been like 2.5 years. It took us 2 years to build our restaurant ourselves. We built the entire place, me and Jenny and our little one. And I would have answered this question to any other local person but Suki, because I personally have evidence of her popping tires of community people. And
Listen, thank you very much. Thank you. But we're not, hold on. We're not gonna do that here. We're not gonna do all of that. Yeah, but it's your birthday. So.
Excuse me. May I have quiet, please? Now, in this process, what we have here questions because the community has the right to ask questions of a new business coming into the community. But you will not have people calling people out and saying nasty things, okay? Now, wait a minute, here is the issue. CB9, Public Safety Committee, has developed a questionnaire that every applicant must complete, and they must get signatures from the community that says that they are moving into the neighborhood, and that is, and the community signing the signatures will have to say that they are all right with the business coming into the community. The owner here, she did that, and we even had people who were former board members that lived on Fenimore Street that signed her petition. Okay, so she went through the process. Now, if there's anything else, Suki, and you and Mr. Bowler need to talk about, you guys can do that in a different setting, but we need to move on here tonight, okay? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pat Baker.
Next applicant is Mario's Restaurant at 851 East New York Avenue. His application was submitted by his lawyer, Gene Anton, and he's applying for a beer, wine, and liquor license.
Thank you, Ms. Baker. We're actually applying for a beer, wine, and cider license only, not for liquor. My client proposes to have a Hispanic American restaurant. It's quite small. It's on the corner of Schenectady and East New York Avenue. It's going to have about maybe 28 tables, 28 seats at the most. It's a small place. It's going to serve the local community. They're proposing to hire about 4 to 7 local residents, and depending on how busy it is, they will be seeking to add additional employees, obviously. So if you guys have any questions, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyone? Music is just background music. It's no live music or anything like that. No speakers outside. No open doors with music. I'm sorry, but this is interesting. Okay, that's a very good question. Is how long have we been in the community? Mrs. Soto's brother has a grocery store on the same lot, and he's been there for about 20 years. So, and this store, this corner place, I think has been closed for about 5 to 6 months before they decided to rent it. So it wasn't out of, it was a store that was out of business, and they're looking to do something with it. As I mentioned, his brother is really down the block. Yes. Okay, what the question is, what kind of food? It's going to be Hispanic and American food. A lot of rotisserie chicken and stuff like that. Yes. The question is, are we planning to employ local people? Yes, we are. We're initially going to start off with 4 to 7 employees, depending on how busy it is. Yes. Yes, so we will be paying over minimum wage. The question is, how much will we be paying? It would be over minimum wage. I'm sorry, next question? Yes, sir.
The food that you'll be serving, will it be natural food, like food that's actually good? Now, are you coming from like farms or caged animals, things like that provide diseases to people?
Okay, I think the question is whether the food is going to be organic or something like that, right? I don't want to misinterpret it. It's not going to be naturally sourced, unlike I believe there was Badger restaurant, Honey Badger, or something like that. Next, any other questions? We have time for more? Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Can I have one more question? One more question? Oh, I'm sorry.
we have a very long agenda, and so we, in the interest of time, that's why I called the question. Now, Mr. Mario's restaurant is Cuban American food, so we know what that all entails, right? So that I don't think it would be an organic cuisine, all right? So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Baker. All right. So we're gonna move on. Beverly, where you at? Beverly here?
She's outside.
Perfect time, right? Perfect time. No, I got it. So we're gonna move on. The next agenda item is the Landmarks Preservation Commission application. Mr. Angel Ayan, located at 200 Eastern Parkway, the Brooklyn Museum, block 1183, lot 86. It's an individual landmark and eclectic Roman-style museum building design by McKim, Mead, and White, and built in 1894 to 1924, and altered in 1936 with later alterations and additions. The application is to alter the rear facade. Angel, you here? Come speak on it real quick. He has a brief presentation, and focus your attention here for a moment, please.
Thank you, and hello everyone. My name is Angel Ayon. I'm here to present the application that we presented to the Landmarks Preservation Commission about the proposed changes at the Brooklyn Museum rear facade. And I'm going to go through this very quickly. You all know where the Brooklyn Museum is in Eastern Parkway in Washington Avenue. This is the original master plan of the building by McKim and White from the late 1800s. At the right you have the model of what that building was supposed to look like. It was not built just like that. Only part of the building was built. Here's an aerial view that shows from the 1910s that only the front facade and the east side were built. And here's a view that you know from Eastern Parkway. So here's a master plan again showing only the original portion that was built from the master plan. Here's existing master plan that shows the outline of the original building in blue, what remains from the original construction, and all their later additions after the building was designated as